welcome back to probably maybe our last game for week 2. We might have one more set of 2 more games, and we got the Fanatics versus Sheeda. So Panda, tell me a little bit about the Fanatics. A little bit about them.
So the Fanatics is a solo team for the most part, but in the last game, especially last night, even though they lost, they showed great potential. We had Guts leading the leaderboard with kills, who might become a top kill person in the game, with going like 19 in one game and 13 in the nets. But they're more newer players. They're in here for the fun of it.
Yeah. And you see Guts being aggressive against Deposit, and Deposit had to play different styles. So they got the staff. And one thing I'm going to say this. I think their downfall last night, and I was talking to Possess about this a little bit. I said, I told him basically in a nutshell that the
Terrarium control mode enabled.
Was it Bear? He's not really good at the staff. He's still trying to figure it out. It's a weak weapon to figure out for him. He has a lot of struggles with it. So, you know, it's one of those, it's like, I can't lie to you. It's one of those weapons where you got to be skillful to use. And he might have to figure it out next week for a different weapon. Especially because right now they got range going on in the back. And Deposit is getting it to do whatever he wants. Looks like he wants to do whatever he wants right now, and he finally takes the lead. They take the lead 1,634. This is hard.
And right now you see Guts kind of like on the far left. I think he's waiting for his teammate before he jumps right back in there.
Yeah. So they got to figure out something. They got to figure out who to focus on, and also this too. This is something that I feel like Sheeda, as we've seen the last game against Fearless Souls, Fearless Souls is one of the #1 point teams. You know, they're good at the point game. They're dominant. You saw that they struggle trying to beat these guys. So it's kind of hard. So Bear right now is trying to beat effort. Oh, good kill right there from Deposit, and Deposit just does a range to take out Bear. So it's 1,000 to 533 death match only. So it's still a close match. And man, it's one of those where it's like, man, it's kind of hard.
Now I have a question for you, right? Do you think these players prefer it being in a death match or having the node?
I think the point game, because that's when like the game could go by really fast, and especially too like right now where you can't focus. Like I can say this, in Star Labs is a little bit more wide, as you see how one player got a little bit more range, that he can range out the players. He got a little bit more room, he can run around for other help, and it looks like Deposit might be getting jumped right here. He pops a soda, and Guts, ooh, good block right there. Guts is trying to finish him up, and they're just focusing directly on Deposit, and they get taken out. They're trying to take him out. I think the deathmatch, they might actually be good at that. I think they might actually win in the deathmatch. But in the point game right now, it's too tough for them. This is it's too, they have to split them up. They're not going to be able to gank them and team up. And you see these guys are a team up team, and that's what they're going to have to do. So this is one, and that too, and this is the best team. This is the best team right now in the tournament. They're 3-0. They have not struggled. The only team they struggled with was GK. So, you know, when GK comes back against them again later down the line, you're going to see a lot of tensions there. They might be seeing GK beat them. But this is the #1 team, Panda. This is the #1 team. I don't see no one beating them out. So
it's definitely going to be a hard team to beat. Hopefully later on, maybe in the actual tournament, like the playoffs, we'll see more people coming up with strategies on how they want to kill or defeat them. Yeah,
because, I mean, you know, there's still teams that have not played Sheeda. You got Neutralize that haven't played. We still have 3 other teams that have not joined yet, and we're going to, you know, be able to see them in the next week and the week prior. So it's other teams still coming into this tournament. And you know, they might bring a little twist to it, but currently right now it's Team Sheeda dominating and maybe starting off this game 1-0 and still have a death match to go. And one thing we haven't been talking about, eliminations, because we know how this game has been. You got Deposit 9-0, and you got FD 7-0, and the Guts and his partner has 0 right now, so it's tough.
Yeah, this is really a tough game for them right now. This might be our first 1 KO of the entire season.
I mean, it's not 1 KO. It's 9.
I mean, as far as kills go,
980. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, we're gonna say it like that. Yes, this is the biggest gap. Actually, actually, I think the Fearless Souls game, not the Fearless Souls, Fearless Souls and GK game ended up like this or something. I think it was. But yeah, so they're gonna take the first one right here. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it went to a death match at the last minute, that would
awesome. They would have had
that would have been crazy right there. I would have been like, yo, this game is crazy.
But looking at the score, like we kind of see what happened: 8-0, 10-0, and for Fanatics, both at 0.
Yeah, and we know the Fanatics had some good games. They don't, you know, they're not no pushovers. But like I said, this is the number 1 team currently, and these guys are playing the number 1 team, and it's tough. It's tough. So we'll be right back at these quick commercials. The Fanatics is down, and they might be able to come back in a deathmatch. Let's hope they can. So we'll see you guys after these quick break.
Glad you didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice. I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love and how much I miss you. Every day. I hope and I wish that you're doing okay. I want us to go back to the old days because I miss you and I just thought of you.
And we're back, everybody, after those nice little commercials. So, Panda, we were just talking about the playoffs, going into the playoffs, looking like the playoff picture. And oh wow, that was a crazy knockout right there from Eflin. Oh, and Washi's about to die. Ooh, and they actually got the reflection. But we were talking about the playoff picture a little bit, and we were talking about, you know, it might be looking like it might be GK and not GK, but the Sheeda and the retirees in the championship. That's my prediction. And they finally take him out. So, what's your prediction? Who do you think is going to go into the playoffs? Who's going to win the finals of the playoffs?
I think for the finals of the playoffs, it might be at the actual final match. I think it'll be like GK and Sheeda.
You think GK and Sheeda?
Yeah, okay, GK, Sheeda, or Fearless Souls and GK.
Oh, you got Fearless Souls? Oh,
I still think they'll make it far. Like I don't want to count them out yet because it's just improving.
Yeah, and they had a really a tough start of the beginning of the season instead of ooh. And speaking about tough starts, these guys had a tough start, and Guts is waking up. He's mad. He became Hulk, and now he's out here ready to destroy. So he's trying to help out. So
I see. Deathmatch is their game, though. This is where he wrapped up most of the kills yesterday.
Ooh, that was a crazy takeout right there. And ooh, I mean, deathmatch is, I can say this, deathmatch is 50-50, like you always say. It's 50-50. Oh, good block break. Oh my goodness. These guys takes him out and just jumps him. Oh man. You can't just go out there. You gotta go out there as a team. You can't just go out there and wait. These guys are as soon as you go out there, it's live. And Barrett was trying to wait for his teammate like he did against the Neutralize, and they showed him that you just cannot wait on this. You gotta be ready. A good counter from him. And also Guts is gonna get a kill right there. Now it's him and Wash. Oh, it's him in Deposit right now, and Deposit is just turtled him the whole time. And if people don't know what turtle is, that is a great example of just holding block, running around and blocking. That's what we call a turtle. Just blocking the shield. So yeah, man. So that's something that you gotta watch out. It's two defensive players, man. They're going to block. You gotta block break them. This is where that whole triangle comes into play. And they're over here chasing Deposit and not paying attention, and he's gonna
honestly, I think like Bear just got baited so hard. He was really just focused on Deposit the entire time, not knowing that he was baiting him, trying to waste time so his teammate could finish his partner Guts.
Yes, and that's the thing, is that you gotta watch teams out like this. Certain teams, they have setups, and we talk about certain teams, they got setups, and they know who to focus on. They've been watching film. They know who's the one that's going to be causing all this stuff. But now you have somebody that's very, very aggressive right now in this deathmatch, and you can't just sleep on him. And Evan been, we've been sleeping on him all day, man. We've been sleeping on him. So what's going on with the stats, Patty? How's that looking?
The stats right now, let's take a look. We got Deposit, which is Wolshi, at 7-3, and his teammate tying him with 7-2. And Bear is 2, and Guts is 3. Right now, we're not seeing them play their best, but they're versing a pro team right now, so this is a new experience for them.
Yeah, that is true. And also, they just tied it up. They actually add one more to those 7s to make it 8, and they both are tied for that. So, I mean, yeah, they're going against pro teams right now, and that's the thing, is that when you go against these pro teams, these top 4, we're going to talk about the power 4 teams. When you go against these power 4 teams, man, you gotta have everything together. And last night they played Neutralize. They're not a power 4 team, but they showed that, hey, we're not the greatest, but we can fight and we can perform and we can play. So, good counter. And look how Deposit is in the back, block breaking every move stopping everything. It's just madness.
He's definitely taking over. Like,
yeah,
but his new teammate Effie he's really good.
Oh, yep. And they just finished that game up right there, and it is 1,300. Oh man, that was dominated right there. So Effie starting it off his first week playing for us, 11-3. Uh-oh, Stagger, you got some competition right here, man. You got some competition. So, and we got Guts with a 3-9 and Bear 3-11, which I feel like, you know, they we saw the first game, we saw them do really, really well, and in this game right here, they played the powerhouse. They played the #1 team, so it was tough for them. It was really tough. So, any opinions, Pena? Anything like that? Any thoughts?
Honestly, it's not even really a surprise at this point. We know what Sheeda brings to the table. We've seen them in various games over the times of our tournaments, from Legends to different Icona events. This is their level of playing.
Yes.
And we still haven't seen anyone really come up to match them. In the past, we have like
GK.
teams.
We've seen GK.
Yeah, GK's up there, but I don't know if they'll be able to take them out.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. So we'll be closing probably week 2 with this video, and we'll be continuing next week for week 3. And hope you guys continue watching. And we're getting close to the first playoffs to see who's gonna win that first 2 billion. And it looked like Sheeda is gonna be the one to take it. And let's see who can kind of contest with them in the next couple weeks. So I'm Android.
I'm Pandavil.
And we'll catch you guys out.